Dan, and I took notes real fast, and then edited them, and this is the end result of that. Short, sweet, to the point. I think it's what they want to talk about, and what they want to share with all of you about each other and about their relationship. We get kind of a historical perspective on their relationship and what the attraction was initially based on and what the commitment is all about now. And for Dan, what got his interest right away, what attracted him to Kelly right away was concept, well, this is love, should I say more, but part of that was loyalty in a sense that this is the woman he could trust with his feelings. And that was very important to him. And what's evolved over these many months is the concept of acceptance and understanding. Dan and Shelly march to the beat of their own drummers, which we all know. And I think Dan's biggest concern was, is this a person that will not only understand me and understand my need for change, but also will accept me? And I think he had some real worries about that one, but there was no need to have worries about that one. Dan says, I've always felt free to make my own mistakes, and to be accepted by Kelly for them. Of course, I don't think any of them have been huge mistakes, but even if they were, I don't think they would have anything to do with hurting Kelly. I have confidence. He appreciates and she acknowledges and respects his interests, and she has learned to accept his interests. So they like the motorcycle, they like promoting, they like getting out in the wild. They share that interest. Dan sort of thinks that maybe it's not 100%, but he doesn't convey any reservation in accepting what he wants to do, what his interests are, and she truly does share those interests. But he thinks sometimes it's too. Believe it, Jim. Is that true? Well, let me quote one statement he made to me that I thought was meaningful. I never felt I was held back when I wanted to do something. He tries to help me achieve it. Wow, that's a good thing. That's a big thing. When I asked Dan, well, what are the personal qualities you like about Kelly? And he talks about how she smiles with her eyes. You can see her across the room. Her mouth may be covered. She may be chattering, but you can see the smile in her eyes, the joy and happiness that she takes from life. And that's infectious, as we all know. And he's infectious. He loves the aspect of her love and devotion to her family, and the idea that they're blending two families is not considered a hardship, it's a joy. Kelly said it's more people to love. And since Kelly is a kid person, that's one thing I think she had to check out with Dan, but she did, and he decided, yeah, he's a kid person too. He can accept that. He can accommodate his life to the multitudes of children come and go, and blackjack, you never know. It always goes. Dan also talked about Kelly's capacity to adjust to the situation, whether it's putting together an intimate dinner with a small group or a huge gathering. It's stressful for some. Kelly seems to thrive on it all. Fortunately, she's got friends like you all to assist if she didn't. And this is just a couple of my thoughts. It just occurred to me as I was listening to Dan talking about Kelly that, well, actually, she used the same term. the lack of selfishness in this man. His need and desire to give and share his life and all aspects of his life with Shelly and with the rest of you. You've experienced that. Right, Shelly? Absolutely. Okay. Dan has confidence in their love. He has absolute confidence that as the relationship moves on, as it progresses, as they grow older together, their love for each other will deepen. The understanding will always be there. The trust, loyalty, which they both feel for each other, will expand and deepen. And I agree, don't you? Yeah. They look forward to their future together, traveling and participating in activities together that they enjoy. So feel free to invite yourself for boat rides. And, well, there's only one at a time for motorcycles. We're willing to take care of it. They agree it's important to be open to new experiences. Life experiences taught them that life is ever changing, good or bad, and what makes it tolerable is being in a relationship with each other. And I say, here's that. Kelly. Kelly said her initial attraction to Dan was his kindness and his easygoing nature. There's few people in this world that are as easygoing as this man, right? And as accepting. I'm kind of intense, and I felt like we had a rapport pretty soon, pretty early on. And I've just really grown to appreciate this man. And Shelly certainly has. No question about his commitment to family, both his and hers and now theirs. His willingness to go with what Shelly wants to accommodate the fact that she enjoys lots of people. She has many, many friends, and she loves all of you, and she's delighted that Dan's willing to be a part of all that. Let me read some comments from Shelly. Dan treats me like I'm special. He treats me like I'm an equal, and my contributions are part of our partnership. He respects my opinion. I know it is important to him that I am happy. He shares my desire to share with family. We complement each other, and we want the same things in life, such as traveling and the activities I've already mentioned. Trust and responsibility are huge for Kelly. There's been a shortage of that in her life. Now she's got it. Not responsibility, but people you can trust. That's a man she can trust. She said, I can depend on him. He follows through with his commitment. He's always there when it's needed. She felt like in the past the burden was always on her shoulders, which quite frankly it was. And since Dan had come into her life, there's somebody to share those burdens and responsibilities. She says Dan may not always verbalize his feelings, as we all know, but she's more tuned into his actions. His actions say how he feels. And I think we've all experienced that. And I think he shares that sentiment that Kelly points out. That the blending of our families provides more people to love and care about. I'm not very creative when it comes to words